Welcome in to our ABC 13 live stream. Thanks for watching. I'm Jonathan Bruce. We're following breaking news right now in Sugar Land. A robbery of an armed, a robbery of an armored car in an HEB parking lot in Sugar Land on Highway 6, Sky I-13, live on the scene where there is a very active police presence. The search for the suspect, we believe, is still happening. Let's get right to Sky I-13's Don Armstrong. Don, what is your sense of the scene right now at the HEB?
Well, it's one of, can't believe it, this is my HEB out here in Sugar Land, real close to Highway 90A and Highway 6. And if you're in the Sugar Land area or anywhere really in Fort Bend County, you know where this HEB is. A very busy HEB, and I have been here when the armored car does show up and make the drop-offs and deliveries here. So quite an eye-opener for me. Let me tell you what has happened here. Around noon today, there was an attempted holdup of this armored car here in front of the HEB, and we understand that money was taken, and obviously we don't know how much or whether it was taken from the truck or they were making a deposit in the truck from the store. But whatever the case may be, we understand that security guards did fire shots. We are not aware of anyone being injured when those shots were fired here. There was a suspect, and that suspect got away in a car. We understand that Fort Bend County and the Sugar Land Police Department have found that car, and since then we have also learned that one suspect is in custody. They do have actual guard dogs on the ground looking for the other two suspects. So 3 altogether suspects got away in a car. Now, we have not spotted that. We just arrived here on the scene at the HEB. They have located the suspect vehicle again, and they are looking for a couple of other suspects in the Telfair area. So if you live in the Telfair area, that's a good time to go inside, lock the doors, and call the police if you happen to see anything outside in your yard. But they are on the prowl for them. They're looking for them right now. Fort Bend County Sheriff's Department Raven 1 helicopter is up here with us, and we're between them and the airport, so we're kind of having to hold on to our position right here, right now. But a very active scene here, not only at the HEB, but also in the Telfair neighborhood out here in Sugar Land. Reporting live from Sky, Don Armstrong, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Yeah, it's a great breakdown from Don Armstrong of a very active situation here in Sugar Land. And one follow-up for you, Don. Do we know if the HEB is closed at this point? Are there people who are sequestered inside the store? What's the situation in terms of all of the other customers, as you mentioned, out there middle of the day here on a Tuesday afternoon?
Well, the doors are open. There's somebody coming out right now. Looks like people are going in and out. This area, I don't know where the office is. I would assume that it is upstairs in these new HEBs. You can see those upstairs windows up there. I guess that's where the deposit's made. I really don't know. I'm not very familiar with the grocery store operations, but clearly inside the store there is a safe, and they go through these procedures when they're exchanging money with the guard truck. And the other thing that's rather curious is how would they know when the guard truck is going to show up here, the armored truck? That's one thing I'm sure that the police are already looking into. Is this a regular drop-off and delivery time? Usually these armored cars do not use a scheduled time when they come, just to make sure that they don't get held up. Well, they must have been waiting in the parking lot for this truck to show up, because this one was robbed of money. Suspects got away, and they are on the hunt for them as we speak. Jonathan.
Don Armstrong reporting from Sky I-13. Astonishing sequence of events here in Sugar Land this afternoon. Again, looking at the live shot, I'm Jonathan Bruce here in the ABC 13 newsroom. Quick recap for you here. Again, a theft from an armored truck that you see right there just to the right of the HEB lettering where the windows are, the truck that says Garda right there. I'm looking at it like y'all are. Theft from that armored truck. A suspect stole money from the truck and fled. As the suspect did leave the scene, a security officer shot at the vehicle at least twice, did hit the vehicle, we've confirmed. No injuries that we know of. Don Armstrong with the latest news here. 2 suspects are in custody. 1 suspect is being searched for right now, again, in the Telfair subdivision. I think I had that right. I don't know if it was one suspect taken into custody and 2 are out there, or 2 were taken into custody and 1 is out there. But there is a search actively right now underway in the Telfair subdivision. This a live look from Sky I-13 here. Tuesday afternoon, 1:50. Don mentioned an HEB he goes to plenty of times. My HEB, you don't expect this in terms of the brazenness of it. You see the armored trucks out there all the time. Seen the movie like The Town where they run the armored trucks, rob the armored truck, but you don't expect it to really happen in real life, broad day here, making the delivery or a pickup on a Tuesday afternoon at the HEB in Sugar Land. Let's check in right now with our assignment desk and assignment editor Jason Jobs, who's standing by. Jason, how did we get word of this, and what have we confirmed at this point in the investigation from Sugar Land Police?
Yeah, Jonathan, we learned about it within the past hour. We have the scanners up here, the radios, and we start hearing some chatter. Check with Sugar Land PD right away. Plus, we got a tip from a viewer that let us know that there was a scene there at the HEB along Highway 6 and 90. As Don mentioned, that's his HEB, but that is a very popular grocery store out there. There's always a lot of people. We're trying to clarify right now about the suspect information. It might be just one lone suspect that they're looking for right now. So there might be some back and forth on how many suspects we actually have. But the last time we spoke with Sugar Land PD, they had one search underway for one suspect in the Telfair subdivision. This is in the vicinity of University and I had a cross street. It's along University Drive, but it's the Telfair neighborhood. So it's an active search right now. So anybody that's listening right now, if you're out there, just be mindful of that. And we will continue to update as soon as we get more information. We have a crew on the ground right now, and then we launch the chopper as well because of that active search in the neighborhood. So that's where we stand.
University and Highway 6 is what I've got, Jason, here in terms of our notes in the newsroom. Heavy police activity again at the HEB. You're looking at University and Highway 6. One follow-up, Jason, and then we'll let you get back to gathering the information. Do we know anything about the status of the HEB? I haven't seen anyone come out of the supermarket at this point. Obviously, it doesn't seem like there's an active danger to the public, but what is the status for customers out there right now? Any idea?
Well, we can only go with what we're seeing right now. It doesn't look like you have customers going in and out. I do see someone in the doorway there. They may have where they kept people inside while this was underway. So that's something we're making calls on right now, but I don't see any active customers going in and out of the HEB as we speak.
Okay, that's Jason Jobs reporting from our assignment desk. Jason, thanks so much. And I'm Jonathan Bruce here in the ABC 13 newsroom. Let's get back live to that full picture from Sky I-13. This is a developing situation right now here in the Sugar Land area. We are starting to see now, for the first time, it looks like some customers coming out. Let's go back up to Sky I-13's Don Armstrong. Don, what's your sense of the situation? Any changes here in the last 5 minutes or so?
Well, while you guys were talking about the entrance and exit of the customers here, one of the entrances is closed. This one here seems to be open, and customers are coming and going as they please. This is the one that's closed, and this is the closest one to the guard truck. As you can see, they have that blocked with grocery carts in front of it, and there is a guard there in front of that door, apparently that's really close to where the money gets exchanged between the truck and the store itself. And again, you know, what's odd to me is that somebody would know that this truck is coming at this time of the day. Is this an inside job? Was the truck followed? Not sure about any of those, but those are questions that clearly are going to be asked as soon as this investigation wraps up and they get the other suspects in custody. Again, what we heard from Raven 1, which is the Fort Bend County helicopter that's up here with us, that one was in custody. They found the car. They found one suspect. They have guard dogs. They have dogs, they're search dogs, on the ground looking for one other, I'm sorry. I just got corrected. So one other is being looked for right now as we speak. And the search continues out here. Quite an active scene. at the HEB out here on Highway 6 near 98, not too far from Sugar Land Airport.
And Don, just to clarify here for our reporting, so we believe, right, that the security guard shot at the suspect's vehicle in the parking lot of the HEB, but that vehicle has been located off the premises somewhere else, potentially in the Telfair subdivision, but just not at the HEB.
Yes, that's what we understand. The Telfair subdivision is where the car was found, so we assume that that suspect is on foot. They have found one of them. He is currently in custody as we speak, so we'll assume that both of them went running as soon as they ditched the car nearby the Telfair subdivision. That's within a mile of this store, so they're close by, and I can pretty much tell you that they're going to find their suspects here pretty quick. Fort Bend County and Sugar Land police work very well together, and they're on top of this.
Don Armstrong reporting from Sky I-13. Don, thanks so much. Active situation here, surprising one on a Tuesday afternoon at the HEB. So many frequent there in the Sugar Land area. Again, to recap what we know, a theft from an armored truck at this HEB, Highway 6 and University in Sugar Land during the lunch hour. Suspect took money from the truck, took off. Security guard shot at the suspect's vehicle, hit the vehicle. We believe the suspect was shot at 2 different times at least. The vehicle was hit, no injuries reported at this point, and an active search is happening for at least one suspect in the Telfair area. Now, if you look at this right now, still a very active situation outside of the HEB. Law enforcement officers, certainly so many bystanders, citizens standing around wondering what was going on. And you have to imagine there were some people at that point. Again, HEB, lunch hour, Tuesday afternoon. You see how packed it is in terms of the parking lot. Have to imagine there were some people who saw all of this go down, or at least were inside the store when it happened. We will work to talk to those people and try to get that information from the ground as well. We do have a crew on the way there, and Don Armstrong here with Sky I-13. So we're going to stay with this for a couple more minutes. Frankly, it looks like everything happening at the HEB is under investigation, but not any sort of danger to the public. This entrance is closed. We have seen one other entrance where customers are coming and going. We believe the active search is happening a little bit of ways away from the supermarket in the Telfair subdivision. So heads up, if you are in Sugar Land with proximity to the Telfair subdivision area, there is an active search happening there. So we encourage you to take caution, keep your eyes open. Certainly, if you see anything, to alert law enforcement, but we're trying to get to the bottom of what is happening out there as well. We're going to stay with this for a little bit longer, let you know if we learn anything more, and then we'll have full coverage, certainly on Eyewitness News at 3 throughout the day on ABC 13.